Welcome back to the channel, you beautiful person. How are you guys? Today we're gonna continue Tales of Rise? Yeah, yep. Tales of Rise. It's been a long time since we played the game. Like a week, right?
I don't remember.
Something like that, like a week. Last time, if you remember, we had that emotional confrontation and that copyright claim from YouTube because of the music from the episode. Anyway,
but we're not gonna remove the...
yeah, we're not gonna remove the music because...
I got teary.
Yeah, she got teary. Said, no, if you take the music out, you're gonna take my tears out, so it's not good. Anyways, we're gonna continue the game. We were supposed to go to Legis. Yes, to Lego all this. Let's continue now. I think we have to talk to them, to every single person here before we go.
The party is disabled.
Yep. Let's talk to everybody.
They're having a moment.
Yes, so let's talk to... Why is it so low, the sound low? What?
Probably from here, that's why we're not hearing good.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, nice, better. Hi, Bob.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
So I have to talk with every single one of you guys?
Yep.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Not
You took a
me.
hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing
And that's
them.
someone being me.
Those
He
thorns have
means,
robbed
you know?
her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted.
That's...
And it's not right.
You don't touch my English.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
That's how it is. There should be a sacrifice.
Yeah?
It's not, if not someone, there should be something to be sacrificed for.
Legend, legalis. Sacrifice
Can't
legalis.
sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget
You've
about our
touched her,
grudges
Jeff.
and pain.
Rinwell.
I want to... Yun.
To what?
I want to yun.
You want to yawn? How's the microphone, baby? Is it catching? Because it's pretty far away.
It's good.
It's
No,
good?
It's really
Okay,
good.
that's good. Well,
It's okay.
Hi,
They're all alone.
Did
Each
you
has...
know?
You
I
mean
didn't.
about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined.
Nobody knows.
It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point. But I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Really good.
alright. I want some action though. Oh, look, we can talk with Sean. Hi, Sean. I love you. Marry me. That's what he's gonna say.
Nice hair.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
Because they care.
Hmm.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
Hmm.
No? When was that? Sorry, I
It's
can't
300
remember.
years ago.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to
In
me,
Calaglia,
and I
think.
knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me.
Who's the them?
Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma.
Who's the them?
One of
But
a
after
person.
that day, one time
Name of a
became two.
person? I know.
And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about
Ah,
us
the
as you would
third
any
realm.
other people.
Hmm. Oh, the guy that.
Everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that.
In the wind realm.
I didn't want to die
Yeah, that guy.
and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
Hmm.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's good.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Beautiful
Thank you.
eyes.
Hmm. Almost as beautiful as
Remember
yours.
what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
This is a beautiful area of Calaglia.
I don't think this is in Calaglia.
It is. They say they went to the volcanic something. Probably because the one they are into is like a mining site.
Yeah, but I don't think this is.
Everyone well
We
rested?
walked enough now to
Then let's
not be
go.
Calaglia.
We depart
Which place is this then? A border.
Probably in between, something like that.
But look, those rocks.
There's the look. There's the big one that.
Yeah, I mean these rocks. These rocks are only in Calaglia.
Okay. Take off. Take off.
Take off!
How many minutes?
You gonna take off?
How many minutes?
14 minutes.
14. Okay, we still have 14 then. I don't want to.
I thought how long is the flight?
The flight is 5 hours from what I read.
Gonna take off! They haven't bought any
Well, it's
food.
the moment
Yep.
of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Knights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
Doesn't sound good.
Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Fall Nights doesn't sound good.
Nay, fall in the
Not
night.
sure I'm completely convinced, but well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Ugly name.
Okay,
Fall
people.
Nights.
We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegus and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Then let's go.
You in the sky? Yeah, I hear kind of
We're going.
I know. But I kind of
What's that?
afraid of what's gonna happen next.
Oi.
We're gonna have 5 hours of story!
And it's okay as long as we don't read them.
Yeah, but I want to fight.
Yeah, but you need to face this stage. You don't have a choice. Oh look, the planets.
It's so colorful.
Ah, nice
I can
aircraft.
still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegus?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Need to find the...
Everything okay, Shion?
I have to talk with everybody again. I just had a conversation with them.
Different. Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Okay. What's up?
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegus? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegus. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought
Not
about it.
sure.
But I can't keep running forever.
Could be.
The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But the future's what we make it.
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
Yeah, I miss riding a plane as well.
Yeah? No, do you know what time is?
What?
Some potatoes with a steak.
We'll be going to Lenegus soon.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegus like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life. For as long as I can remember. They called it treatment. But in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean, they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse, but then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction, then that has to include saving each other as well.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Shion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it
When
off.
did this game turn into a soap
It's the
opera?
only hope we have of things ever
Into a
changing.
drama?
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
25.
25. Gotta talk to the other idiots as well. Come on, idiots, say something, but be short, okay? And look, they're on a date.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this! So Law and I were just talking and...
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
Only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship, too.
Hey, I never said I was scared. I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana in one piece, remember?
Yeah, 300 years ago.
Oh, that's a good point. If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree?
Well, it needs
Law?
an oil change.
Hard
It's
to
been a
argue with
while.
that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alvin. It's just wrong, okay?
Well, that was short. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but Kisara is alone there.
Yeah,
She gonna talk. She talks long, right?
yeah, she likes talking. Where are you? Here, be short as well, please.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Not
Actually,
about
now that you
feelings
mention it,
again.
Not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth
Oh,
ride,
that's better.
all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
The one that
Oh, you
Goku
don't
was
say.
in.
Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured while we're down there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control, I was a total mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean... you were inside for 300 years?
Yeah, it's dirty.
Yes, It sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant to or not, I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia? About the dream of coexistence, and needing to learn what it entailed?
What?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time,
I need a coffee.
I was well aware that what I was living was a lie.
They're putting me to
But
sleep.
at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes.
You
I'll
don't
always
think...
remember him
I know.
fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free.
I know
If I've
that.
learned
Come on.
anything on this journey,
You said
it's
this 10
that.
times before.
And the one who brought me along was you,
They're
Alphen.
annoying me.
I'll forever be grateful to you.
Oh. Yeah,
Well,
stop hurting me.
not out of this
That's
forest just yet.
domestic
You
abuse.
should probably save your thanks. At least
Save
until
your
we've dealt
thanks.
with the Red
Mm.
Woman.
I know.
Save your thanks,
But
Kisara.
whatever we find when we
Talk
get
too
down there,
much.
I'll
I'm
take you
through
years
looking
after
the
we
other
continue
way.
talking.
Kisara.
probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Yep,
Come on. Oh, Bobby.
it's 27 minutes.
27 minutes. Well, guys. This is the end for this episode. I know it's been only talking, and unfortunately, I think it's gonna be the same. Because I said in a different episode, but I think it was Demon Souls. I was curious to see how long we still have in this game, so that I can plan about future games. And I don't know any spoilers. I don't know what's gonna happen in the game, but I do know how long is it gonna take. And I saw in some forums that they said it's like 5 hours of continuous talking story, and then gameplay. So maybe 7 hours in total. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm really hoping that they exaggerated those 5 hours, because I'm not joking. I'm actually asleep right now. Like I feel sleepy. They put me to sleep. What kind of a game is this? Let me punch people. Punch. No, kick.
Well, who's the developer?
I don't know. It's a Japanese game.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. See you soon.
Hey, you're covering my face.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and
More stories.
more stories. And I hope you enjoying the game.
There's no game.
The story. Enjoy the story. See you soon. Bye bye.